Hey guys, and welcome back to today's mask unboxing video. It's going to be Switchblade, which has been rebranded as the high-tech helicopter. I guess they didn't want to use the word Switchblade anymore, but everyone who was a M.A.S.K fan knows that this one was called Switchblade. It's the vehicle of the leader of Venom, Miles Mayhem. And it's a helicopter which transforms into a high-tech fighter plane. So I was very much looking forward to this. I'm actually in the middle of unboxing 18 boxes of comics. I'm at box 5 right now. I'm gonna be unboxing box 6 in a minute, but I just couldn't resist. I need the space as well, and I'm just very curious about this reissue of the manufacturer KENNER under the label of the Loyal Subjects, in which they reissued the original molds with a little bit of extra blast effects and extra helmets for the characters. And yeah, let's go open this one up. Now the box is a little bit damaged right here on the bottom. Alright, let me just show you guys the box. So this is the front side, and this is the back side with the accessories. You can see a rocket with a smoke effect on it. You probably get some sticker decal applications as well with it. There's some extra blast effects, and I'm not sure what this is. Thruster, but I don't know what that's all about, but I'll see it in a minute. No, I never owned this one in the 80s. A friend of mine did, and I just know very little of it, apart from that its design is pretty cool, and it's the leader vehicle, so yeah, you basically need to have this. Oh yeah, so this is the side of the box, and this is the other side of the box, and the top, all displaying how it's going to change from a helicopter into a fighter plane and some of its features. So there was a little bag inside with sticker application stuff, which you have to do yourself. Always a bit risky, of course. And there's also a little manual inside showing you where to place the stickers, like so, and how to transform it from a helicopter into a fighter plane, and what to do with the accessories, and how to place the figure and whatnot, and some other stuff to pay attention to. Now the sticker application I will do somewhere in between recording this unboxing video and small review, and the videos and pictures that I post at the end of this video, so you can actually see it in its full glory, if I indeed manage to apply the stickers properly. I did have a little bit of a problem with matte trackers. Spoiler, that one is a little bit off center, as you can see, just a tiny bit. Other than that, I think it did a pretty decent job with the sticker application. And I have to say that this one was a bit tough to place properly, but it's alright. So yeah, let's dig into the Switchblade box. Now we have Miles Mayhem in his military costume right there. Now, as said in the previous video, the articulation is pretty bad for these figures. The arms are on a sort of a ball joint, and they can go all the way around 360 and outwards a little bit less than 90. But there's no bend at the elbow, which is too bad. That's really too bad. I mean, it would have been cool if you were able to bend the forearm to his head with the mask applied, that they actually touch their helmet when they're beaming their stuff. Too bad it's not there. and they do have a knee, and yeah, about 90 degrees bend. Can go to the outside as well a little bit, not all the way 90 degrees. And there's also a gun in the way here, which this leg does not have, so that might be a little bit more bendable, but it's not really, doesn't really make a difference. I guess the gun wasn't in the way that much. So yeah, poor articulation on the figures, but is pretty cool. Apart from the original helmet, which looks like this, which is a pretty cool design as well. You get an extra helmet, which you did not get in the 80s, which is, he has this black bottom of the helmet, which is closed up at his jawline, but it's opened right here, and you also get a blast effect on the helmet, which is pretty cool. And apart from that, these helmets do look the same, apart from that little opening. It's a little bit different, I think. But the other helmets with the other figures, they were quite different. So yeah, having the helmet on, he looks like this. And with the one with the blast effect on, he looks like this. Now, to be honest, I would have preferred if they just closed this one up as well. Make the add the black part. I just think that looks cooler and tighter, but for whatever reason they chose to not do that. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. Then the rocket with the little smoke effect. Looks pretty cool. I guess you can pop it at the bottom of the airplane, tuck it in there. We'll see about that in a minute. And then we have a regular rocket and two other blast effects which look the same. So the rocket looks like this with a little hole in it to back it into the bottom of the plane, I guess. The other rocket does not have that, and it's actually quite a lot smaller, the other rocket. And the two blast effects, which are pretty similar. Yeah, probably the same. And then for the vehicle itself, which looks like this. I'm seeing some smudges on the silver right here, but I'm not sure because I didn't really have to open a label or anything. It might have been returned by a previous user. I'm not the original buyer of this. I purchased it from another guy, and he purchased it at a store. So I'm not sure if this one has been returned or not. Not sure about that, but I am seeing some blemishes on this. But I do think that stickers need to be applied to that, or did I not see that right? I guess there's not stickers supposed to be going on there, but yeah, I mean, I am seeing some, it's either damage or smudges. Not so sure about that. Anyhow, yeah, I never owned this. Oh yeah, the thing about the quality of the plastic, it feels very plasticky, like hollow plastic. I would have preferred it if it had some heft to it. And yeah, I never owned this one, so I do see some buttons here, which you probably have to push. I'm not sure how that is exactly, how that's going to work exactly. I'm seeing a trigger here at the bottom of the plane to release the rocket. So let's just take a look at that. That was a bit odd. That's better. So yeah, you have to, I guess you're gonna have to pull it backwards. Tuck this back part of the rocket inside the vehicle here. Push it over the little peg and then let it go. And then you can use the trigger to let it go. So there's that. Now as for this part, not sure where this is supposed to go. Not seeing any place to tuck it in. Let me check that out in the manual. Guess it's supposed to go in here, so you cannot use both rockets at the same time. It's either the launch rocket or the tucked-in rocket. But it does look very cool. I gotta say that this blast effect looks really cool. So yeah, I'll probably be using that one. Now you get these two blast effects, and I guess they're gonna have to go on here or here. Probably on here. I'm not sure which parts are all being ejected by the trigger mechanism, but I just pulled them out right now because I just want to apply this stuff. As for the cockpit, oh, that sounds weird. That sounds really weird. Might not have to open it that far, I don't know. Just push this in, I guess. Yeah, that's a very tight fit. Might be prone to breaking, I don't know. Yeah, this is what the fighter plane looks like with all the blast effects applied. I think it's a very cool design, especially when the decals are on there. It's probably going to look amazing. I'm going to take the blast effects off and see how the transformation into helicopter works. So the blades of the helicopter are tucked in here, and you probably have to lock them in place with the tail, I guess. Yeah, okay. And these are going to be the landing gear of the helicopter, and the wings are going to have to get tucked to the side here, I guess, but no idea how that's going to work. Did that go by itself or no? There's a little piece inside here which I guess is supposed to keep it into place. I'm not sure if I can show you guys that little blue part right there. I guess that's gonna have to click over the fans, but it's very, very delicate. Or did I push this or something? Nope. Oh, okay, so this little mechanism lifts the fans up, and do it like this. And as for the wings and the landing gear, because I'm just gonna have to click these to the bottom. do the wings go back? Oh, this for, okay, yeah, that's for that. I guess I'm just gonna have to do this manually. But it does feel like there's a spring in here. I'm not sure how that's supposed to go. I'm seeing a little mechanism here with a spring in there, which will probably hold the wings in place. If they are actually properly aligned. Because this one's in, that one's in as well. The way it's supposed to be, I'm not sure. So yeah, this part, this run right here makes the fans turn. So that's a nice little feature. It's in my opinion, they could have made this maybe a little bit smaller so it doesn't stick out that much, because it does stick out a lot. And yeah, so the trigger for releasing the wings, I'm not sure where that one is located. This feels pretty loose. I'm kind of thinking that this is some kind of button, but it might not be. Maybe if I push this in here, it triggers. Ah, there we go. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense. So you have to do it, put them back manually, and then when it goes from helicopter mode into fighter plane mode, flip these in, push them down, make sure it locks into place. That one should have been bigger, I guess, because it doesn't really lock into place very well. When you twist it, I guess it sticks. I guess it doesn't stick. Push it. Just automatically pops out. So it's a good thing the tail is there. When you maneuver the tail around and lock the fans into place, when you push it inside, the wings should pop out, and they do. And also the guns push out as well, so that's pretty cool. And then you have to manually do these, and then you're back into fighter plane mode. Yeah, I think it's a very cool design. There's been a lot of critique on KENNER about making certain plastics very weak, and some parts are pretty floppy. I guess they could have definitely fixed this one a little bit better so it sticks into place a lot better. And the rest I guess I'm okay with. The cockpit is a bit weird. This is a very tight fit. And I don't think there's any button for it, so you're gonna have to pull it out, I guess. Maybe push your nails underneath it a little bit. Open it up, and then this part is kind of scary. That one, that one's very scary. It sounds weird. It's very scary. Yeah, just going back to my previous video. I had the problem with the same problem as other guys had with the doors of Matt Trekker's vehicle, Thunderhawk. you could tell that if you push on this, the wings, they didn't open up all the way. Now, from what I see from the pictures, is that it's not supposed to be, this part is not supposed to be at a 90-degree angle anyways. It's supposed to go a little bit downwards, but this one was going like so-ish. Now, I did notice during the sticker application that, so this is kind of a tip to people who have the same problem, that these doors are very easily taken off. And then you see this little spring mechanism here. Let me just get my tracker out. So what the problem probably was, that this spring was probably too close together. So what I did is I pulled it outwards a little bit. Of course, you're not supposed to have to do this, but if you want to fix the problem with the doors, you might want to consider doing this. So I took the spring, I push it outwards a bit so there's more tension on it. Now you cannot keep on doing this indefinitely, because eventually it will lose its strength. But then when you have pushed them outwards a little bit, you can put the door back in. Make sure that the little hole right here, which is on the other side, is behind this part of the door. And then this one, you have to push it in a little bit. Now, push this little hole behind it, and that actually gives a little bit more tension on the doors, and that might fix your problem a little bit. So that's my little tip. Like I said, you cannot keep on doing that because it will lose its tension, but it kind of makes the wings look a little bit better than just having floppy doors. So yeah, there's that. Little throwback to Thunderhawk. I found that out by accident while applying the sticker, so I thought I'd just share it with you guys. In case you have the same problem and you want to get rid of it or minimize it. So yeah, this video was not about Thunderhawk, but it was about Switchblade. And yeah, I don't really like all the vehicles of M.A.S.K. Like some vehicles I really don't care about, like the big truck. I don't really care about that. I would like the character which comes along with it. But one of the several vehicles I do like both females, their cars, and the figurines. I would like to get them from the loyal subjects as well, even though there are some problems with it. I wouldn't mind buying them at all. And there was, I think, the motorcycle of Venom. It's called Stiletto, I think, or Piranha. I don't know. I think it was Stiletto, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I would like to get that one as well. So they do have issues, but the nostalgic feeling overrules those issues, in my opinion. I really like them, so keep them coming. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for joining. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. And see you guys for the next video. Later.